Smackdown, 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 Smackdown. What is happening, people? It's your boy, Big Will, Minute, coming at you with your Smackdown Live review for March 14th from Pittsburgh. First off, as you can see, Captain Picard has made another appearance in the lower left-hand corner of the screen because this week's WWE programming has been straight facepalm. As a prelude to that statement, just let me tell you that this week's main event on SmackDown Live was American Alpha, who we haven't seen on TV I don't know how long, against the Usos. That technically was your main event tonight. Now we did get a little bit more wrestling on SmackDown, only because it's only a 2-hour show. We got 31 minutes of wrestling on SmackDown. 2 of those were Diva matches. And the other match, not counting the main event, was a match by mid-carders. No main eventers wrestled tonight on SmackDown Live. I'll get to all that later. So, once again, WWE, the hell are you doing? Just like Raw, another event to set up the pay-per-view for WrestleMania and to set up matches, I guess. Like I said, you only got 2 more shows to kick this thing into gear. You need to do a whole lot better. So, alright, so we start the show out with a Talking Smack recap. Of course, everybody knows what happened with AJ and Shane after AJ lost his match to Randy Orton. He goes back in the back to complain, bitch and moan, and basically blame Shane and Daniel Bryan. And he tries to go at him. You got the other people in the back, you know, Michael P.S. Hayes, Road Dogg, trying to hold him back, get him out of there. Shane gets mad, throws some stuff, and he's a little pissed off. So they show that little segment, that little video package. And they recap, you know, again, like Orton and Styles. Now Orton is the sole owner of the B. Bray's opponent in the main event. Even though he gave up the right and Styles jumped through all those hoops, you know, with the Battle Royal and then him and Luke Harper going out at the same time. Then he has to face Luke Harper. You know, beats Luke Harper. Then just to have to face Randy and then lose to Randy. So he's pissed off, understandably. Especially considering he's never got his actual one-on-one rematch for his title. So, because technically his rematch was the Elimination Chamber, which was bullshit. For him, I'm happy for Bray. But I feel where AJ's coming from a kayfabe standpoint. So then we go backstage. You know, Daniel Bryan's backstage, and you know, AJ busts in. Basically, he's talking stuff to Daniel, talking about, you know, you are against me. Everybody's against AJ Styles. I've been jumping through all these hoops. You know, I had to go through this. I had to go through that. Never got my rematch. Then I had to do these other bullshit matches. Then I had to go through a triple threat. Then I had to go through goddamn Elimination Chamber. Then after all that, then I had to, Randy gives it up. You know, then I had to, you know, basically goes to everything that he had, hoops he had to jump through when he thought he had it. Then just to find out that Randy Orton burns down, he said Randy Orton commits arson and gets a title shot instead of going to jail. So, all in all, he lost to Randy Orton. So, but I do feel him. So he wants Shane. He wants to talk to Shane McMahon. They're gonna have a talk and they're gonna hash this thing out. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wants to happen. So AJ cuts this big old promo about this. He said he's going to the ring. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to call out Shane McMahon. AJ come to the ring. None of that. I mean, his music hits, but it's, he of course he's not suited for competition, but he walks no pandering to the crowd. He walks straight to the ring. He mean business. The crowd, of course, chanting AJ Styles. He don't even really acknowledge it. He really playing up the fact that he's pissed off. He's mad. You know what I'm saying? He goes into this whole tirade of, basically he wants to, like, Cena didn't have to jump through no hoops. When Cena came back, he got a title shot. You know what I'm saying? He said, I beat John Cena. Do I get that treatment? No. And he starts naming through all the things that he's had to go through when he should have just got his rematch. So he basically saying, right, he want Shane McMahon, and he wants him now. He said it's all about AJ Styles. So he gonna find Shane McMahon, and he gonna have this out with Shane. So we's like, okay. So everybody know that we pretty much think it's gonna be AJ and Shane at WrestleMania. So this is basically how we gonna get it, I guess. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. So then they cut to the announce team, and you notice that it's just JBL and Todd Phillips. Apparently, Otunga is filming a movie, and I forgot where they said Morello was. Morello, whatever his name is, vacation or something, or he didn't want to be in Pittsburgh or something like. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with there. I really ain't had my nose to the grind to figure out what really going on. They may be phasing Otunga out. Hopefully they are, because Todd Phillips is better anyway. So then we cut to commercial. Come back from commercial and we get a match between Becky Lynch and Natalya. Good match. Because, they go through that whole thing of, they were supposed to team up last week, which was a weird teaming anyway, to go against Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, and Natalya just comes out of nowhere and just hits it with a German, out of nowhere. It was kind of random, but what you expect to happen? It's not like they don't like each other and you team them up. So they was kind of going at it a little bit. Pretty nice little match. They cut the commercial pretty quickly in the match, just like they did on Raw. They come back from the commercial and they both getting their stuff in. Natalie's kind of playing that chicken heel stuff though. She's really kind of staying away from Becky, not really doing too much. One of the good things in the match was Natty did hit a Michinoku driver out on the outside, which was nice. Never really seen her do that before. Becky, of course, got her exploder suplex in. It's a good spot right there. And then Natty doing more of that chicken heel stuff. But all in all, Becky hits the disarmer. Natty taps out. So we got 8 minutes of wrestling in a Diva match to open out the show with our first wrestling match. Already better than Raw. Raw's first match was like 3 minutes. And it was a Diva match. Diva match to start the show. That's why I love SmackDown. Kudos. But then Carmella comes in the ring and attacks both of them. So I guess they're playing up the fact that I guess every Diva is kind of going to make her presence known, because it's the every Diva on the roster supposed to be going after Alexa Bliss. So that kind of made sense. Of course, she had Ellsworth in there with her with his fake gear on, fake Enzo. I really wish I knew what they was doing with that, but I thought that had been over by now. So she kind of made her presence, so you got the both of them staying in the ring, and both Natty and Becky face down. So Carmella, we know she's going to be in it, of course. Cut the backstage. AJ still waiting on Shane. He's in the back by like the garage area, by the garage door and stuff, just waiting. So I guess as soon as Shane get there, AJ gonna be there waiting to confront him. So then they cut to a video package of when John Cena hosted Kids Choice Awards. I didn't watch it. Not really a Cena fan. Could care less about John Cena. But that looked like a lot of fun. It was a blast. Lots of slime and stuff, and lots of celebrities. Of course, Nikki was there, and they played up their relationship and everything like that. And Cena gets slimed and looked like it was a good time. Kudos for Cena. Regardless of what people say, that puts extra eyes on the WWE. So he's doing what he got to do. They cut the commercial. They come back and it's Carmella and James Ellsworth backstage basically explaining why they did what they did. Basically certifying their dominance and that they are going to be, well, not they, that she's going to be part of that match, which we already knew because every diva is supposed to be on it. So then we cut to Miz TV, where Miz and Maurice are in the ring, talking about, Miz TV, we're going to have the It Couple, there's going to have a special guest tonight, and basically it's just them. They're talking about themselves. So they're pretty much there to hype the WrestleMania match that we all know that they're going to have. That's what basically this promo was for. So they're just there and they recap last week about them coming in the ring and jumping Nikki and Cena. And then they cut to Talking Smack where Miz was golden again with his Cena truth, as I like to call it. How Cena's a robot and making people sign contracts and he's fake. He's not a real person and the relationship is fake and he's never going to marry her and all this stuff. And then they cut back and Maurice gets in on it. Basically is telling Nikki that she's jealous of her because she's never going to have what Maurice has. Holds up her hand, it's the ring, the rock, marriage, which, like I told you in my last video of my off the top of my head, rumor going around that at the end of that match, WrestleMania, Cena's supposed to propose to Nikki Bella at WrestleMania, which I was hoping was bullshit, hoping that it wasn't true. But then seeing her actually mention about you're never gonna have this, a ring marriage, like I said before, if that happens, I'm gonna freaking throw up. I'm gonna freaking throw up if they freaking do that. So then Maurice tells this story about something that happened prior to the first season of Total Divas. Apparently, Maurice and Kelly were supposed to be on it, but when they were doing negotiations, Nikki told Maurice that she should hold out for more money, and lo and behold, they said no, so she didn't get on the show. But then the Bellas got on the show and they called her and said, no hard feelings, but we're going to be on Total Divas, and I was like, what? I didn't even know Maurice she was far away from the company by then, so I don't know what that's about. Needless to say, it was some major heat. I mean, Maurice was getting pretty angry about it, because her French started coming through to where when she gets angry, you can tell English isn't her first language. So it's kind of hard to understand her. Lo and behold, Cena and Nikki Bella come out, rush the ring. So, Maurice and Miz leave the ring. Nikki grabbed the mic basically to say everything that she was talking about was bullshit. Like, what I'm saying? We wasn't never friends. I had nothing to do with you. I didn't take money out your pocket. You took money out of all these people's pocket by basically calling her a bad performer, which Maurice went hard in the ring. Maurice was pretty dominant when that Divas title first came out. So I'm looking forward to seeing Maurice back in the ring, because Maurice can go. She was one of the only ones from that model era who could actually wrestle, besides Natty. But we all knew Natty was a wrestler, but Maurice was part of the ones who you just thought was a pretty face. But she could actually go in that ring. So Nikki better watch out, because Nikki really can go. She's part of that little model era. So some natural heat there, So then Miz and Maurice like, okay, because Nikki calls her out. So once you get in this ring like a woman, we can settle this. Does the whole take off a shirt thing with the fake boobies. And Miz is like, no. Who do you think you are, John Cena? You don't make matches around here. That's the end of Miz TV. Thank you for coming. We're leaving. It was, you got to say awesome. Then Daniel Bryan comes out. Basically, who do you think you are, Miz? The general manager? That's me. And Daniel cuts this pretty good promo talking about how he wants to punch Miz in the face. Every time he sees him, wants to punch him in the face. Every time he talks, wants to punch him in the face. Every time he comes to the ring and does his moves and does a horrible job at it, he wants to punch him in the face. But he knows that he can't punch him in the face, and Miz knows that, so that makes him want to punch him in the face more. Get what I'm saying here? Which, I wish Daniel would get back in the ring. Ugh. But he says, I know two people who do want to punch you in the face. And at WrestleMania, it'll be Miz Maurice versus John Cena and Nikki Bella. So the match is finally official. So that's what that did. So now that match is finally official. So I hope to God that he done proposed to this woman at WrestleMania, because everybody knows, if you watch Total Divas or done any research, John Cena said he doesn't want to get married again, made Nikki sign this contract. It was a big hoopla. That's the main reason why their relationship was strained, because Cena don't want to have kids and he don't want to be married. So now if all of a sudden he proposed to her at WrestleMania, it means the whole thing was bullshit, which is why I hate fucking John Cena, his publicity ass. Ugh. God damn it. So go backstage. AJ is still waiting on Shane in the back, waiting on Shane McMahon to get there. They cut the commercial. They come back. They recap the Women's History Month thing that they did on Raw. They didn't even really go into it this time. They just said what it was. So I guess they was like, if you didn't watch Raw, then sorry for you, basically. So then we get our second match of the night, which is another women's match. So 2 women's matches. Those are 2 wrestling matches on SmackDown. Go ahead, SmackDown. Shit. We get Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss. So basically they sewing up the controversy from the last week, because Natalya attacked Becky, and then after Alexa and Mickie pick up the win, because Alexa tags herself in. So at the end of the match, Mickie attacks Alexa. So Mickie James faces Alexa Bliss. So nice little match. They worked a little bit. Of course, as soon as they start, about 4 minutes into the match, they go to commercial. We just got a leg power bomb to the outside by Alexa. She grabs Mickey's legs as they're laying out the ring, swings her down, boom, onto the outside right before commercial. Come back in, we get a single leg crab for Mickie. Looked pretty painful. Nice little move. Mickie always looks good doing her submissions. And plus, when you do moves on Alexa Bliss, because she's so small, she really looks like she's in a lot of pain when she takes moves. So, and they work pretty well together, considering that they have never really worked together before. So it's good. They got some pretty good chemistry. So this thing they're doing for WrestleMania should be pretty good. I don't know what format it's going to be though. It's going to be a battle royal. It's going to be one person comes out. When you lose, you go back. Really, they haven't really quite said how they're going to do this. But Mickie hits the Mick kick for the win. Pins the women's champion. Her Mick kick looks nasty too. I love her Mick kick. It's like a crescent savant kick. It looks real nasty. So we get the win. 8 minutes of wrestling again. 16 minutes of wrestling. 2 women's matches. Go ahead, SmackDown. So then AJ is still waiting on Shane backstage. But Shane arrives. He gets out of a rental car. Throws up the deuces to the driver. Has a little gym bag. Look like he's fresh from the gym or something. He's not really in his suit, anything like he normally is. So you can kind of tell that he was in clothes so he can fight in. If you notice, you can kind of tell, because Shane is always in a suit or something. He wasn't in his suit or anything like that. So then AJ attacks him. Beats Shane down. Talking shit to him. Come on, McMahon. Come on, McMahon. Beat him down, beat him down, beat him down. Punching on him. Throwing him into stuff. Then he's throwing him through the car window. Through the glass window. And top of Shane's head is busted. I'm like, oh, dang. And Shane, he looks all concussed and everything. I'm like, wow. And they get a close-up on it right before commercial, and you see the top of Shane's head. I don't know if it was, if it was work or whatever, if he really did get cut, shoot, because it looked like top of his head was really busted. And he did look kind of concussed. So they go to commercial. They come back from commercial, and AJ's in the locker room packing up his stuff. The Usos are back there, and a few other people are back there. They basically tell him, like, dude, what you do, man? You about to get fired, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you thinking, man? Da-da-da. AJ completely no-selling him, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even looking at him. He grabs his stuff. He walking out. He walks out the locker room, runs into Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan looking at him was like, man, like, what are you doing? Saw what you just did. You're completely out of control. I don't care how valuable you think you are. You think you're untouchable. There's going to be consequences for that. AJ looked at him and said, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do, fire me? Daniel was like, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You're fucking fired. He didn't say fucking. But he fires AJ Styles. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But storyline-wise, I'm like, dang. Okay. They cut the commercial. Come back from commercial. We get our third match of the night between two mid-carders. Mojo Rawley, Dolph Ziggler. They showed the reason behind this match because last week when Mojo announced that he was going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, he's talking about finally getting his WrestleMania moment. Mojo Rawley. I'm like Mojo. For real, I like Mojo. He's a good dude. But of course, Dolph interrupts him. Was like, oh, you wanted your WrestleMania moment. You know what I'm saying? They don't just hand those out. You got to earn your WrestleMania moment. And then Mojo's like, oh, is that why you ain't got yours yet? Bazinga. So then that's why they had this match. So they cut to this match, and what Mojo keeps doing, he keeps tossing Ziggler outside the ring, kind of like get a prelude to the Battle Royal. They're like, oh, if he would have been the Battle Royal, he'd have been tossed out. He get back in the ring, toss him out again. I think he tossed him out the ring like 3 or 4 times. And then Ziggler does that chicken heel shit, and he gets counted out. So we get a count out. Sound like it was quick, but it was actually about 6 minutes. So we get 22 minutes of wrestling so far, which is almost about what we got from Raw. So good shit, SmackDown. Cut the commercial. We come back. They do the video package for the Warrior Award. Again, they really didn't go into any detail about it. Like they did on Raw. Basically saying, what I get from it is like, if you didn't watch Raw, go watch Raw if you want to find out my man's story or who he is, or why they're giving it to him. I'm going to basically do the same thing. I'm not going to go into it. I did it on my Raw review. Then, of course, Neville, he cuts a 205 Live promo basically talking about, because he got that. And I need to find out who my bad for not having that information for y'all. Well, we all know Austin Aries won the match. Come on now. It's going to be Austin Aries versus Neville. I'm going to get confirmation on it, though. And for sure. But because they having that between Tozawa, TJ Perkins, Tony Nese, Austin Aries, and Brian Kendrick. They're supposed to fight on 205 Live. Number 1 contender goes for Neville at WrestleMania. We all know Austin Aries won that, so I'm not even going to look that up. Randy Orton cuts a promo, basically talking about, his whole plan, what he did to Bray, why he did what he did to Bray. Bray Wyatt is now alone. What he did to Sister Abigail, he burnt her up, you know what I'm saying? Ray has no power anymore. He's going to take him out of WrestleMania. Basically letting everybody know why he did what he did, what he going to do to Bray, why he did what he did to Bray. Basically just putting some more heat for this main event, which it doesn't need any more heat because, he joined the Wyatt family. They did some good shit together. We all knew he was going to turn on him eventually. He turned on him. And then he goes to his compound and basically burns down his house and burns up his version of the urn, basically. The essence of Sister Abigail. But then Bray pops up on the screen looking pretty badass at the compound, basically telling Randy, you thought you got rid of Sister Abigail and you thought you had me all alone, but Sister Abigail's presence is in me. She's passed her power from me. You can't destroy Sister Abigail. She was born in the fires of hell, and now her presence has been embedded into me. Bray is cutting a great promo. It's eerie. It's scary. I mean, it probably scared little kids. He said he's down with her ashes. He picks her ashes up. He mushes them all over his body. They cut to Randy. Randy's looking freaked out, you know. And then he puts it all over his face. His face is all black, and it's supposed to be Sister Abigail's ashes. So the whole kayfabe of it, it's eerie as shit. It's like, okay. Once again, though, second week in a row that Bray didn't really compete. I wish they would have been there to actually confront face to face. But like I said, we still got 2 more shows where they can actually confront a little bit, maybe get their hands on each other, really set up this. And they're still calling this the main event, which technically when you win the Royal Rumble, you're supposed to main event WrestleMania. But then they calling the Brock and Goldberg the main event. So I don't know what the hell's going to go on last at Mania. I guess we'll see. So then they recap. They go to commercial after that great promo. So we had a great ass promo by Kevin Owens on Raw and a great promo by Bray Wyatt on SmackDown. Good stuff. My 2 favorite dudes. Glad to see them back doing their thing. And then they come back from commercial. They recap what happened with Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. You know, with the whole dropping the forklift on his chest craziness. So then Baron Corbin cuts a promo basically saying that, you know, he's going to destroy Dean. You know, Dean ain't nothing to him. You know, Baron Corbin, he's Baron Corbin, you know. Then we get technically our main event of the night, which is basically American Alpha versus the Usos. You know, and like they're going at it. Nice little match because, you know, they guys got good chemistry together. And I like the Usos' new look. How they come out with straight swag. You know, they swag to the ring slowly. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they are. You can tell that's how the Usos are. So they kind of being themselves now. You know, if you ever heard them like on Xavier's Gaming Channel or on Total Divas, you can hear they got swag to them. You would almost think they black. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see them kind of acting more like themselves now. So they going at it with American Alpha. They having some good spots. You know, they doing some, you know, some nice tag team maneuvers. You know, of course, American Alpha is all about the suplexes and things of that nature. But it seems like this time, you know, Gable's the one that's going to get the high tag because Usos are working over Jordan. It's normally the opposite way around. But they, in the middle of their match, they cut to Shane McMahon. It's like back in the back, like not accepting medical attention, and like looking all concussed, and he's, you know, doing the whole I don't need attention thing, and he's kind of like walking around backstage. Everybody trying to force him to get attention, medical attention, whatever. So then they cut the commercial. They come back and the Usos eventually still beating down on Jordan. Jordan gets the hot tag to Gable. Gable hits the ring, hits some nasty German suplexes. I mean, bouncing off the ropes, hitting Germans. You know, doing like double Germans. He kind of teased the Kurt Angle thing with the 2 Germans, you know, in a row. Usos get the upper hand again. Then they get tossed out the ring. He tags back in Jordan. They set up a spot where they put one of the Usos up on the back. They're probably about to do one of their finishing maneuvers, but one of the Usos knocks Jordan off of the ropes, and then hits a super kick on Gable, and Uso roll him up for the pin. I think he grabbed the tights. I don't know if he grabbed the tights or not, but it was an 11-minute match. All in all, we get 31 minutes of wrestling, and then they cut back to Shane. And Shane is still walking around. They said he's gonna come out to the ring. He goes back to the gorilla position, and you see Arn Anderson back there, Double A, and he grabs a microphone. He's hitting on it. He's damn near about to pass out. He's like, he stumbles through the gorilla position to the curtain, and says, AJ Styles says he doesn't have an opponent at WrestleMania. He does now, and then it goes off. So I'm pretty sure Talking Smack probably elaborated on that some more. But now the AJ Styles Shane McMahon match is now official. All in all, like I said, you see my Captain Picard. I mean, it was better than Raw. SmackDown's always better than Raw. You know, kudos for them for, you know, 2 Divas matches. They were both decent time matches. They got some decent work in. Put Mojo Rawley on, you know, on a night where you didn't have any of your top guys wrestling. It was good to see Mojo get on. And then, you know, the tag team champs, American Alpha, against the Usos, which they still don't have a match yet for WrestleMania. I don't even know if they're going to defend the belts, or I don't know what's going on in American Alpha. They really don't have a. I guess they could go against the Usos. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Maybe some pre-show stuff. But the Shane AJ thing, that seemed to be the vocal point of tonight's SmackDown. Man, AJ Styles better not lose to goddamn Shane McMahon. That's all I gotta say. This is AJ freaking Styles. I love Shane, Daredevil, coast to coast, you know, doing crazy stuff. Like I said, he don't care about his body, so it should be a good match. You know, because AJ Styles can make anybody look golden. But, man, like I've been hearing, they're not going to do it. But say Shane comes out and is like, you know what? I'm not going to fight you. But I got somebody who will. And Shinsuke come out. Woo! Wrestle Kingdom Part 2. But that ain't going to happen. We'll see, though. But that's about it. My first 2 reviews of SmackDown Live and Raw I did this week. Try to make these a weekly thing, get these things done for you guys. Give you my take on it, how I feel about it. Kind of go through the event. Hopefully we have more wrestling on both shows. We get a little bit more setup of people who are actually matches who are confirmed. They confront each other more, especially the big matches. Start getting some setup to these matches. Get people excited. Especially people who are on the fence about whether they're even going to watch it or not. Give people a reason to watch. WrestleMania season, man. Get excited. Come on, WWE. But that's basically it. Hit that like button. Subscribe and share. Hook your boy's YouTube channel up. Also do, you know, reviews on movies. Oh shit. John Cena's music. Yeah, I'm glad I'm about to end this video. And also post some of my video game with World of Warcraft and videos where I just talk off the top of my head about different issues. That'll probably be the next video I do. But thank y'all for watching. Holla at y'all. Peace. Fuck John Cena. Listen to this fool. God damn it. I hate I had to end the video with y'all listening to this. Matter of fact, we can't end it like that. We gotta play something else. Can't end it with Cena. There we go. There we go. There we go. Old Randy Orton music. That'll work. That's how we'll end the video. We'll end the video with Orton. Not goddamn Cena. Old school Orton. I'm gonna let that ride, then I'll stop the video. Alright guys, peace.